As the university protests progress and continue unabated, the question becomes, what purposes do universities actually serve in the United States of America? My name is Samuel Ronan, and I hope to be your president one day. Now, I started this video on purpose by asking that question because what we are seeing is that students are protesting the genocide of Palestine. They are protesting the war crimes of America aiding and abetting Israel. Students are anti-war, and for good reason, because war is bad. And as a veteran, someone who was in active duty, someone who volunteered to deploy, someone who had every willingness and desire to fight for their country, even I can agree that war is not the best solution to every single problem, especially when you're on the wrong side of history. So these students are repeating the same tactics that their forebears did in Vietnam, the Korean War, and every other war that has been protested in America. And to their credit, they are succeeding. There are over, 70 universities at the time of this recording that are protesting the war in Palestine. It's a genocide. It's an occupation of Israel, but no, neither here nor there. What we're seeing is that universities are also complicit. They are being funded hand over fist by the military-industrial complex, by government programs to research and develop new and more imaginative ways to kill each other. And once you start looking at that and realizing that the cost of tuition itself has risen exponentially to be a class gateway, when you realize that these institutions put all of their funding in their sports programs or in their research development, you realize that universities no longer provide education, which is ironic because one of the major talking points of the conservative right is that universities are cesspools for communism, and that's simply not the case. In fact, universities are being revealed as the tools of war, to generate war, to money launder war, to finance war, to facilitate it. And you can see that in the response of the various departments that are now cracking down on these university protests. It is a poor sign of a democracy when the people who are against war, slaughter, and ethnic cleansing are being assaulted, confronted by militarized police forces, or in the case of Texas, the actual National Guard. And the last time this happened was at Kent State University from my home state of Ohio, where 4 students were murdered by the National Guard. Now, does that sound like a democracy to you? Does that sound like a government who recognizes their complicity in global and current events? Or does that sound like the beginnings of the end of a dystopian nightmare?